We have a couple of questions from Jamal from Morocco. They're asking, first, is it permissible to marry from among the jinn? And the second question is it permissible to seek help from or control and send the jinn?
Now, this is an important question, and I think the answer is even more important. So, in our religion, we don't believe that an individual can claim that something is forbidden or haram if the messenger of Allah or the divinely appointed representative didn't say that it was haram. Okay? So we don't have any commandments from any of the prophets or the messengers that ever stated that marrying one of the jinn is haram. And therefore it's automatically halal, in the same way that there was never any narration that specifically forbade the smoking of marijuana. So the smoking of marijuana is automatically halal. And there are many narrations and traditions that specify this, that everything is automatically halal unless specifically stated by the messenger that it's haram. So in that sense, marrying a jinn would be halal, it's not haram. And there are actually some narrations, both in Judaism and in Islam, that hint that people have done this, or explicitly state actually that people have done this in the past. There are even some narrations that state that the Queen of Sheba was a hybrid of both. She was a hybrid. She had one parent was a human, one parent was a jinn, and she ended up marrying the Prophet Solomon himself, or that Solomon had several wives from the jinn. And so if a prophet did it, and we have these traditions that are present, we don't have any explicit forbiddance on this, then it is permissible. Now, is it feasible? What are jinn? What does the word jinn apply to? That's a whole nother conversation and a whole nother topic that we should record an entire episode on, because the word jinn just means something which is hidden. And so people have traditionally thought it to apply to spirit beings, but not just spirit beings, perhaps extraterrestrials, or perhaps other types of creatures that are not really, visible all the time to mankind. And that's a sensitive topic which we'll get into.
The second question is it permissible to seek help from, control, and send the jinn?
Yeah, there's the same thing applies in this. There's nothing that states that it is forbidden to communicate with or use the jinn for particular duties. In fact, the prophets and the messengers and the imams, there are many narrations that they used to speak with, communicate with the jinns, or summon the jinns in the case of Solomon, or travel to the jinns' world in the case of Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, or appoint a representative amongst the jinn like Imam Ali alayhi salam did, or the Prophet Muhammad, or give them advice, or ask from them particular tasks, all right? And the Quran mentions that there's builders from the jinn, and there's divers from the jinn, and there's theories and narrations that have stated that the jinn helped, for example, the King Solomon in building the temple, etc. So no, it's not forbidden to communicate with jinn, but what is forbidden is to perform black magic, or to engage in magic that harms other individuals. So if you are summoning a jinn, and part of the summoning of that jinn, or that relationship with the jinn, involves harming other people, performing sacrifices, or using the jinn to separate between man and wife, or using the jinn to steal things or to cause harm to a particular individual, then that is forbidden.